There's a bigger issue here. Just because a group of people belong to the Federation, it does not mean that they are saints. The trouble is Earth. On Earth, there is no poverty, no crime, no war. You look out the window of Starfleet headquarters and you see paradise. Well, it's easy to be a saint in paradise. Out there, all the problems haven't been solved yet. Out there are no saints, just people. Angry, scared, determined people who are going to do whatever it takes to survive.
What I want to know is, out of all the stories you told me, which ones were true and which ones weren't?
My dear doctor, they're all true.
Even the lies?
Especially the lies.
On behalf of the Bajoran government
And the Promenade Merchants Association,
I officially welcome you to Deep Space Nine.
Welcome back to Especially the Lies, a Deep Space Nine podcast, and also a special hello to all of our listeners on Gray 17, because we are posting this in both locations.
Howdy.
We have reached the end of Season 2 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and as we've put on our socials, normally we do these end of season recaps as a live show, and, well, our technical wizard that made the live shows work with that goddamn OBS son of a bitch and other software packages that he did that, well, he had to die early this season. And so we're still figuring out exactly all of the technical side to do lives and do them in a way that lets us do all of the fun stuff that happened on the season 1 recap or that we did on our Gray 17 recap. So we're recording this one. We are putting this one out as a recorded episode. For those of you who are just finding this show for the first time, where the fuck have you been? We've been here. We are a group of longtime Star Trek fans who are going on a week-by-week rewatch of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and just like we did with Gray 17 and Babylon 5, we convinced a group of our friends who have somehow never seen a 30-year-old TV show that they should watch it with us and do this podcast. It is amazing that we still have friends who are willing to speak to us, considering this is the second time we have done this to them. Personally, Jessi may kill one or more of us by the end of this, but we'll see how that goes.
Not over yet. Only season 2.
I am Blake, and with me is...
God damn it, Jessi.
Christopher.
Nicole.
Prentice.
Mike.
And Emily.
And at some point during the show, we are going to have a special guest joining us. Scott's brother Craig is going to hop on and say a few words to our listeners, to us, and may even have a special message. We'll see what Craig has to say when he hops on here in a bit. But let's go ahead and start chatting about our thoughts on Season 2. So let's kick off with our first-time viewers of Deep Space Nine, and let's start with Nicole. What are your just general thoughts on all of Season 2?
Well, I'm glad it's over. It felt very long. But overall, it wasn't bad. You know, I think that it is starting to ramp up a bit, and I'm excited to kind of see what's next. There was some episodes that were good, some episodes that were eh. It wasn't awful, and I enjoyed it for the most part, but I'm really excited to move on to the next season and see what happens next.
Christopher.
This season, overall, it started strong. Kind of meandered in the middle. But by the end, it really started, the writing really started getting more crisp. The episodes were better. You started to see little hints of serialization and other things that they would pull back, from episodes prior. So it just got more entertaining as the season went on. And by the end of it, I was hoping to be able to start watching season 3 already. But, here we are, still not able to do that yet. And I can't wait for it.
So I'm going to ask you, Christopher, because you are kind of the cheater in this group, because you are not new to Star Trek. You are new to Deep Space Nine, but you have seen, I believe, most of the other shows in the franchise, except for Academy, because we told you thou shalt not, because of this one. So how would you rate DS9 going into season 3 compared to some of the other series in the franchise you've seen?
I would say it's strongly in the middle right now, but it's getting better. I think after 2 seasons that it's certainly better than where TNG was. I'm not particularly a fan of the original series, just because I think a lot of it has aged really poorly. But I know there are some classic episodes, but a lot of them are just clunkers. And with the newer shows, the seasons are so much shorter and everything is much more compact that they kind of get things going a little bit quicker. So I think that this has been strongly in the middle.
Okay. Jessi, how about your thoughts on season 2?
I didn't hate it.
I'm taking that as a win, damn it.
Yep.
So I don't like the non-serialization. Like it started out season one was kind of rough getting into it, and then I think I kind of got used to it until somebody mentioned it, and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even realize that it's not serialized, and then all of a sudden it sucked again. It's been a long season. I do give credit where credit is due. They have done a lot of world building. I have developed stronger feelings for some of the characters. When you first start, you're like, oh, this guy seems dumb. Oh,
Hey, our special guest is here.
yeah, I can wait.
Hey, well, I'm sorry to just barge in.
That's
First of all, let me
okay.
turn on my
We
camera so I
welcome
can
you.
see all of you all.
It's
Hi,
okay. It got Jessi
everybody.
to stop talking. We're good.
That's okay. That's okay. How's everyone doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good, good.
Peachy.
So I just put my son to bed. Sorry that I was a little bit later on here, but I just wanted to hop in as you guys are wrapping up your season and everything else, and just extend a thank you to all of your listeners and to everybody that has got back to our family and spoken to our family about Scott. It's wild that it's been so many months already here. I just had a dream last night about him. And I don't know, it's one of those things where like you wake up and I wish I would have like written it down, but we absolutely were arguing about movies, which is just seems like very much like
So on
on
point.
par
Oh, yeah.
for what we would do in life. It's interesting like the ways that you kind of connect. And my wife and I are watching Strange New World, and that's one thing that it's interesting because he kept telling me to watch that show because I really hadn't watched much Trek since TNG. And he was like, I think you're really gonna like this, and you got to check it out. And I never did, of course, because I always had something else. I was watching Ted Lasso for the fifth time or whatever I was doing. And so to finally go back and watch a lot of Strange New World now with my wife, it's such a good show. Like they're really kind of bringing Trek into some really interesting directions. I keep seeing like the looked like a Riverdale clone of Starfleet Academy. I don't know what that show is all about, but it's cool to see it kind of continue to expand and stuff. So we're about to be at the musical episode of Strange New World, so we're almost to the end of season 2. But being a Broadway fan myself, I am really excited about that.
I would be curious to get your thoughts on that one after you see it.
Yeah, well, it was funny. We watched like a making of because we were just kind of going through some of the extras. And so I've heard bits and pieces of the songs, but yeah, I'll definitely have to reach out to you. I think we're like 2 episodes before it right now. Uhura's having like zombie visions in the episode. It's a kind of a creep. It's like there's some
Oh, yeah, that one was
scariness in that
creepy.
show, but I digress. Anyway, I just wanted to jump on and say thank you so much from our family, and that it's great that you all continue to do this show and to really continue on like what you all started with Scott, because I think that that's absolutely what he would have wanted to have you all continue on. His family is doing really well. We're of course like thinking about his kids in particular every single day and kind of been checking on them. And they are, I think, doing life as best they can right now. And so just really grateful for all of your positive thoughts that you can send their way in particular. And just thank you for everything that you all have done to give back to us too as a family.
And we're glad you could hop on and join us for a few on this as we hit the end of season 2. I know we were actually commenting at the end of our last episode because normally we do these as a live show, and we were commenting that the person who made all that happen, who knew how to use OBS, who knew how to make everything, well, I won't say make everything work, because every single live we did, there was at least 20 minutes of screwed up audio until he pushed the buttons the right way. But Scott was always the one that did all that. And I never learned how to do that. And so we're doing this one as a recording, and we'll try to, by the end of season 3, figure out how to use those tools so that we can go back to doing lives. But it kind of just hit us at the end of that last episode. It's like, yeah, Scott's the one that did all that. He's the one that made this work, and we're getting there.
And he probably stayed up until 4 a.m. trying to figure it out on how to do it. So I think that's like that's kind of the message, that this is a little bit of real talk for the listeners out there. So, and for all of you that are on this Zoom screen with me as well, I think it was a lot of shock when initially he passed away, of course. It was shocking when he had his stroke. But the one thing I will say is I think that Scott could have done a much better job at managing his stress levels and getting sleep and taking care of himself. And he had gotten really into walking. So I think he was doing much better in his physical health for a while there. So do that exercise, do all that stuff. But in addition to that, just remember that your mental health is just as important. And so making sure that you're really focusing on not allowing that stress to take over, getting actual sleep. Those are things that he just never did. And, I don't know that that's all on him. It's not like it was a active choice, but just if you have the ability to go and get yourself checked out, definitely do that. I was actually in the midst of already checking myself out when Scott passed away. We had a close friend of ours, his sister had gone into the hospital with a heart attack at the age of 40. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm almost 40. I better go check this all out. And so I did the whole heart monitor thing, all of that. I found out I had sleep apnea. So, like now my quality of sleep is a lot better. Even now I look like Darth Vader when I'm sleeping, but I'm sleeping much better. Sorry, I know this is a Trek podcast. So
I'm for it. I love Star Wars. Yeah.
Okay, didn't mean to bring up the bad guys on the Trek podcast, but just go and get yourself checked out. There's it's a little bit of a pain in our system to have to be referred to different things, and it almost is probably going to take you like a year to track down if you've got an issue, which is extremely unfortunate, but do that. You're worth it. And, I got to talk to Scott all the time, but how many conversations that we could have had with him had he also maybe been a bit more proactive about his health and were able to get checked out. And so that's something that definitely I recommend that all of you do that. I think that there's times where like you're listening to people that you care about in media or whatever. I went and I really took care of myself a lot more after Kevin Smith had his heart attack, because I was like, oh my gosh, this is a guy that I look up to, and here he is having difficulties. So I started running, and I also ran away from COVID, really. But I ran about 70 pounds off myself. And so get out there, be active, and just, kind of take care of yourself for sure. So I don't want to take up too much time. But thank you again to all of you. And if I have any suggestions for additional television to go out there and watch, Shrinking just came back on Apple TV. So go and watch that season 3. It doesn't take place in space, but I think you will enjoy it.
So, because I will say I am a fan of Ted Lasso, and I have been told to go watch Shrinking. So if folks are watching those, where can they find your other ventures at to hear you talk about these things?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's funny because, I followed Scott into, 98% of the activities that I did in high school and shortly after high school, but he followed me into podcasting. So I got that on him. So I started the podcast with my buddy, Jeremy. that was about 10 years ago now. And Jeremy and I are still doing our show. It's a Ted Lasso themed podcast. It's called Peanut Butter and Biscuits. And if you ever watched Ted Lasso, that might make more sense to you. And then we are also covering Shrinking over there. So Shrinking season 3 just kicked off. Actually, I'm going to be recording our second episode tomorrow night, and then we'll follow Ted Lasso this summer as well. And then if you are more into some family fun that doesn't have as many Roy Kent expletives, you can go and check out Beyond the Mouse, which is my Disney themed show as well that I do weekly. So, but again, it's great that you all are continuing this, and it's great to be able to still reflect and like think about him, and that he is certainly missed but not forgotten, for sure.
Definitely not forgotten.
Never will be.
Yeah.
Thanks for hopping in and joining us. And I will say we do tend to be more the Roy Kent style podcast. And unfortunately,
Yes.
I think as your mother learned when she watched our tribute video.
I do remember my mom being like, "Ooh, it's
Your mom still has
little
beef with me
spicy.
specifically.
It was a little saucy there." So, but that's who you need to have on your like season 3 recap. Call Carla and get her on
Let's
a podcast.
get her.
For sure. For sure.
We might
But
traumatize her, but it'd be fun.
We'll be nice. It's
she would love
fine.
it.
I can just keep my mouth shut the whole time. We're good.
She would love
Can
it.
you
Well,
though?
yeah. Thanks, guys. I'll get out of here. Jessi, you were mid-sentence when I jumped on,
Okay.
so good luck remembering what you were talking about. But to
I'm gonna
all
talk
you
about you when we
Trekkies-
get off here, so it's fine. No.
to all you Trekkies out there, may the force be with you. I'm kidding.
Yes.
Wow.
Go
Sorry,
and,
I'm a Star Trek girl. I can't help it.
Yeah, go and live long and prosper, and make sure, like I said, get yourself checked out and take care of yourself out there. And thank you again, and have a good night, everybody.
Good
Thanks,
night,
Greg.
Greg.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night, Greg.
Hey, good to see you.
Oh, and I need to retract that. I am a Star Trek girl, but I'm a Star Wars girl at heart. I just had to correct myself.
Oh, nope, we're editing that out. Sorry.
Yep.
Nope,
Yep.
no can doozies.
No can doozies. So, Jessi, pick up right where you were, and let's have your thoughts on
I'm
season.
gonna cry. Like, listen, you can edit this to wherever you want to or take it the fuck out. I don't care. But like every time I hear Scott's voice on the podcast, and I don't listen to it all the way through most of the time because I don't want to get too close to the wormhole or whatever the fuck you guys are doing over there. But every time I hear his voice, it's like a gut punch. Like it's almost like I forget that he's on there, and it like smacks me in my face with the oh fuck. Because it's
Mhm.
not that I don't think about Scott every day, because who doesn't? But like it's rough. So yeah, season 2. You know, it had its ups and downs, just like everybody said. I think I'm really looking forward to season 3. So we'll see what we get in the next 12 seasons.
And I will say we did make the choice, and we discussed for our listeners, part of these recaps is we get into some of the behind the scenes on not just Deep Space Nine, but the show here, and talk a bit about our production and things we've done. And that was one of the early decisions we made, because the question came up, were we going to re-record any of the pieces like the intro or the transition section between the main show and visiting with the prophets or going through the wormhole? Or I don't think in season 2 we've still figured out what we're calling that, but we'll get there. But we decided very consciously to leave that section as it was recorded by Scott, and that will remain through the remainder of this show. That will be his section. I did the other day, just though on that line, I went back and watched the first episode of Grey 17, and that one was a
Yeah. Did you cry?
little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Damn YouTube fucking recommendations.
I forget how much I miss him until like Craig gets on. It's not that I don't miss him, and I miss him terribly every time I think about him, but like you kind of get, I don't want to say used to it, but you just kind of normalize him not being here. And the first time that we got on here and he wasn't here, it was rough, but like it gets a little bit easier every time. But then I see Craig, and they don't look exactly alike, but there's enough in Craig of Scott that it's like such a tragic, shortened fucking life. And I think Craig had a point. Like we can all look back, hindsight's 2020, and say Scott wasn't sleeping. Like we all knew that, and it was all part of Scott. Like he was up at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning. You needed somebody to talk to. Scott was there at whatever time that you needed. So I mean,
and he always had been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was just the bigger picture that he needed
Yeah.
to take more time for himself.
Sure.
And
Was
And
in
you know,
the ER at 3 a.m, and who am I texting at 3 a.m. from the ER? Scott.
yeah.
Scott.
Well, and the
Yeah.
messed up thing is there's days where I forget that he's gone and I'm like, oh, we
Yeah.
get on the podcast and he's not here. And it almost like hits me like a gut punch over and over again.
Yep.
There's been many times where we've started the recordings and I've had to like take a breath because it's like I almost forget that he's gone sometimes. And then when he doesn't come on, I'm like, shit, he's dead. Like,
Yeah,
fuck,
he's not
you
here.
know? And it just like, it's like I expect he's going to be here. Or like if I think of something, I want to message him and I'm like, I can't, it's really weird because it's like I almost forget that he's gone, So
like
it's, yeah.
like Blake was saying, I think it was the last episode, with everything that's been going on, Blake and I and Scott would always talk politics. And a lot of times, much to our chagrin, he would tell us how pessimistic Blake and I were. A lot of times we were right. and he was always the optimistic one. And I've been missing that optimism. I'm not missing being told
The condescending prickery of it.
Fuck.
Why you're wrong and how you're wrong.
Yes.
God, there were times
But I
I just
am
wanted
missing
to
the optimism.
fucking punch through the screen. Like, I'm gonna drive to Davenport right fucking now and punch you straight in the face.
Yeah, it's true. I agree with you, Chris. He was kind of like the anchor, to keep you from going too far to the other side. Whether you
crashing out,
believed what he was saying or not, part of you wanted to at least.
And that's the funny thing is like he would make fun of me about being Little Miss Optimism and Little Miss Sunshine, but he was the same fucking way.
Oh, he was worse.
Yeah.
And so I think the moment that got me though was watching the last season of Strange New Worlds, because it was always be when I would watch those and him and I would message back and forth, and I went to send that message going, "Holy shit, did you see this?"
Yep.
And then just sitting there going, "Damn it."
Funny you brought that up because I just started watching the most recent season. I made it to like episode 2 the other night, and I had that exact moment where like I kind of laughed my ass off at the way that episode ended, and I immediately was like, oh, I want to talk to Scott about this, and just it kind of like, oh yeah.
I was going to put this later in the show, but since we just had Craig pop in and kind of talk about this, when we announced that we were doing this as a recorded recap, and we were very transparent and said why. It has to do with just the technical pieces, learning to be able to do that. But also we made a decision when we started back up that we were going to do audio only and not keep doing the video. And part of that is the time. It takes to edit one of our episodes takes about 3 hours, and that's to put out an hour-long show.
And that's
to do all the editing, the audio adjustment, get everything ready to post. It takes about 3 hours. Video is easily double that length because when you splice it, you have to do transitions, so it's not choppy. You have to work through that. There's more audio adjustments, believe it or not, on the video feed than there is on the audio feed because the audio that's recorded on the video actually is lower quality than the individual audio channels we record for the audio version of the podcast. Nicole is our broadcast professional and can attest to that. But we made the decision to make these changes to make the show workable for us. As Craig said, Scott never slept. I mean, I could message him in the middle of the night from any coast and have a conversation because that little green dot on Facebook was always his stress level, his sleep. He dedicated himself to this show and to Grey 17, but his overall health, it didn't do him any favors. So when we talked and decided to bring this show back, we also set boundaries on it that we were not going to do it to the detriment of ourselves. We were not going to run ourselves into the ground like that. And to the couple of people first let me say to the number of fans that completely understood and said, we support you. We're just glad you're doing this, who have sent questions into us to ask during this recording, who are looking forward to when we release it. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah.
To the 2 motherfuckers that sent me the private messages and said that we were disrespecting the show and that we were disrespecting the memory of Scott and that we should just fucking quit if we weren't going to do it right, fuck the fuck right off.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Because we set the boundaries to do the show for our own health, both mentally and physically. We are doing this the best we can. And as you heard from Craig, Scott's request was that we keep this going and not let it end. And that's what we're doing. And if you've got a problem with the way we're doing it, we don't owe you to do this the way you think we should do this. We have all known Scott for close to 20 plus years. We know what Scott would have wanted. We know how Scott did this show. We remember when we talked video on Gray 17 and Scott said over his dead body, and
Right.
this show went to video and we saw how that ended. So we're not going to push this in a way that we're not comfortable doing. And if you want to quit listening to us because of that, bye.
So this is the first I'm hearing of this, and I would like to invite you little motherfuckers to come and edit it for us. And if
Yeah.
you have such a strong opinion, well, why don't you come do the fucking work? I don't think so.
No,
So
no,
Yeah.
we say things that we can't put out even in outtakes that we don't want an outside editor to hear, Nicole.
no, I know, but I'm just saying it's like everyone has a fucking opinion until they have to do the work themselves.
Uh-huh.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I didn't hear about this before. This is the first time hearing about this.
Yeah,
And
Christopher heard about it earlier this week when I was
I
messaged
heard
him
about it
rather than
earlier.
respond with my first thoughts that I was going to send as a private message.
well, not give you buck, motherfucker. Bring it
Right.
on, because I will fucking throw down. I'm not afraid to hit a man.
God damn it. And I'm the fucking dangerous one? Seriously? So let me just step to the mic and say this. We do this because we want to honor Scott's memory. Like, we could have easily quit, given up, not done this. It would have been more beneficial to each and every single one of us for us to just grieve on our own and not have to dedicate the time and the effort that it takes to do this show. Now, I just get on here an hour and so a week and I just talk crazy and say crazy shit. And there are other people on this podcast that spend hours upon hours trying to make the show as best they can for the people that listen to us. And let me just be the second to say thank you to everybody that has not only followed us from Babylon 5, but is following us right now and listening to us and supporting us, because we do very much appreciate you. But to the individuals who think that they know better than we do, please don't talk to us about Scott, because we know Scott. I've known Scott for 20 plus years. I've had very personal interactions with Scott and I've met him in person. And if you can't say that, don't talk to us about Scott. Don't tell us what's best for us or Scott, because you don't like, listen, I love that you guys listen to us, but you don't truly know a single one of us. I'm a snake milker. You don't know what I do. You don't know who I am. You don't know what I've been through. And the same thing goes for Scott. You cannot step up and say that we are doing anything but honoring Scott. And like, the audacity for you to stand up and say anything but support is ballsy as fuck. And you can take that fucking non-support and fuck right off. Like, you don't have to listen to us. Nobody has made you do this. We do this for fun. I enjoy the people on here, except Mike. And we just Mike's nodding his head. I enjoy
Fair.
the people on here, and I do this for a reason. And I do this to honor Scott. So if you think for any fucking second that we're doing this for any other reason but to continue on, you have missed the mark. And I don't appreciate it. And I'm like, this is as professional as I possibly can try to be without calling you a total fucking idiot. Like, I don't appreciate the allegations that because we're not technologically like as up to date as Scott is, that we're not doing our best. We do this every week. I get on here with these assholes and I talk shit and I listen to them tell me I'm wrong, and I do it for fun. So please don't talk
And
about
we get
us.
on here with you, which is
Right.
a
Well,
struggle.
let's be very fair. There's a point of contention where I'm the problem, but I don't believe it. But just don't like, I understand that it's a podcast, and anybody that listened to us on Babylon 5 feels, I can see why you feel like you know us, because we absolutely have shared our blood, sweat, and tears with you guys. And so over the moon for the appreciation and the support that we've gotten from most of everybody. I even more thrive on the chaos of people who listen to me just to fucking hate talk me. But you don't know, at the end of the day, you don't know a single thing about us. And we as people, there's people on this podcast that I met less than a year ago. There's people on this podcast that I met a couple years ago through Babylon 5. And there's people on this podcast that I have known longer than some of our listeners have been alive. So please don't talk to me about Scott, because Scott was a core part of my life. And I don't appreciate you saying that I'm doing anything but trying to honor him.
So before we move on, Jessi, we may have to find a new occupation for you, because some of the memes that were getting posted to our Discord regarding your snake milker occupation are getting to be Yeah, we're gonna find you a new occupation.
All right, so here we are. I've quit my snake milking job, and I am now an underwater basket weaver.
There we go. That the memes for that should be relatively safe.
And it's a Scottism.
I thought you were drilling oil underwater.
Yep.
God, let's not go there because I don't want to see the memes
Welding.
for drilling.
Underwater welding.
Underwater. Yeah, there you go.
That's what I'm going to tell people. They probably believe that shit.
So let's go ahead and hop over to our longtime Star Trek fans and get their thoughts on where we are in season 2. And let's start with Prentice.
Season 2 was decent, a little bit slow in the beginning. I'm glad we're past it. But towards the end, it started to get good. I mean, we had some good standout episodes. I really appreciate it. But after, I think it's been 10 years since I've seen this all together. So it was interesting to see the writers kind of get their sea legs. They're getting the characters right. As we said earlier, the world building, you saw that. So now at this point, I'm just excited to get to season.
Mike, how about your thoughts on season 2?
Yeah, like what Prentice said and others. I think the season 2 started off not on the best footing. They tried to build something kind of big with the trilogy regarding the circle to start off the season, but for me, I remember it kind of fell flat, and then there was just a lot of stuff that was meandering, maybe just okay. But once you hit about profit and loss, about the 18th episode of the season, I really feel like they started to click. The writing, as somebody else mentioned, got a lot crisper. Things just started to fall into place a lot more with the different characters and with the world building and kind of setting up the transition to going into a serialized show with kind of a teased future, big bad out there. And I'm at this point really excited to start season 3. I've been kind of holding off because I knew we were doing this tonight, but like I'm really thinking about going downstairs and jumping on season 3, episode 1 when we're done recording here because I'm just really excited for it. And yeah.
Emily, your thoughts on season 2?
Pretty much the same as everyone else. Season 2 started off okay. The middle was more or less meh. But yeah, once you hit profit and loss, the episodes do get better and it starts to feel more cohesive as a story. I mean, there's been like parts that have been carried over, but didn't feel nearly as cohesive. And I feel like we're starting to get there. And I'm looking forward to season 3.
I'm going to disagree with some of you and say I personally really like the start of season 2. I think that the Circle, the Siege, that whole trilogy through there of those 3 episodes are just some fantastic episodes. I actually was gonna pop back on the show. For those that remember the season 1 live recap show, I actually popped onto that at the end and said that I was going to try to join the show to discuss those episodes as a special guest. And then I wasn't able to do it, which, by the way, that is when Scott said that he was going to get me back on this show if it's the last thing he did. He never did know how to lose gracefully. He took it to the extreme, and damn it, he was right. But here we are. But I think the series started with some really great episodes. I think they get overshadowed by some of the absolute crap that came after them in season 2. Like, I think the middle of season 2 is just god awful. I mean, I can understand why Scott checked out before Second Sight, is all I'm saying. That episode sucks. But it ends back, and Mike, I think you're exactly right. When we hit around profit and loss, and it just kind of takes off from there through the rest of season 2. So I am really a fan of where season 2 starts and where it ends. The middle I could do without, and I did cheat. I went ahead and watched the first couple episodes of season 3 because I was kind of that same way. Like, damn, this is good. Watch again. Don't give me the finger, Jessi.
Jessica.
I said Jessi. I didn't add the.
I know. You're not Mike. Listen, you know better. Mike has not learned yet.
Mike doesn't learn.
That's right.
You know what? I'm not here for this Mike slander. I'm on your side, Mike.
Thank you, Nicole.
You have a fan.
History will remember you on the wrong side.
Yeah.
But...
It's okay. You know
You're
what?
on the right side of history.
So we did actually manage, and I'm going to try to do a screen share and not fuck this up. Like you did for season 1, we do have the rankings to do for season 2. Our fans are currently voting on this, so we may not be the only votes in this. We'll see how this works.
Real quick before we jump in here, somebody else mentioned it earlier, and I think it's kind of surprising, and I wonder how y'all feel about it too. Through season 2 here, granted it has been not the best time of our lives due to things, but I am really feeling the length of these older television series, like the seasons being 24 episodes long. And like we just went through a bunch of B5, and I don't remember the exact episode counts, but I think the first couple seasons were long, weren't they?
Yeah, they were 23,
Yeah.
24 episodes each.
And I don't know, man, none of those to me felt as long as season 2 has felt.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we did have a really traumatic event happen in the middle of this season,
It's-
so
it's
you know.
probably
that.
that, but
To be fair, though, Babylon 5 had like the beginning of the seasons were like season finales. Like the
Yeah.
first 5 episodes of a season were like, holy shit, how are we not at the end of the season already? So, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I think it's part of probably that the heavier serialization in that show probably helped push
Right.
things along a little bit. And that's probably why I feel like they've really hit the gas at the end of season 2 here. But man, like I think I had said at some other point, and if I didn't, then I'm saying it now. Like I tried to watch a full watch through of DS9 like 10 years ago, watching it the whole show through for the second time in my life, and I couldn't do it. I made it to somewhere within season 2, and I think I gave up because it was just too long, and I just wasn't enjoying it. So it's definitely been different this time around with doing the show with all of you to pull me through that slump, and I'm hoping it stays strong. I know it doesn't entirely, but there's still some clunk ahead. Don't worry. But it's definitely gotten a lot better.
season 2 was rough. It was really fucking long. I'm not mad about it because, like you said, I do enjoy, a new season comes out. Like, what was Stranger Things? Like 6 episodes? Like, I don't know how many it was, but it's just not even worth. I haven't even watched the 5th season because I'm gonna watch 2-hour episodes of shit that could have done, 12. So
The pace at which they put out episodes and seasons is one thing that I wish they would change. I'm okay with shorter seasons, but if you're going to make me wait a year and a half,
yes,
it better be the best damn television I have seen if you're going to
And
make
it
me wait that
wasn't.
long for it.
right.
Well, and just like Star Trek, Stranger Things did happen to trigger the fragile white dudes.
Too woke for us.
Okay, let's jump into some voting here. And our first one, and I know this one's going to be a really contentious vote. And our scale here is the best, very strong, good, average, or bad. And our very first one to vote on is Second Sight.
No.
Anyone want to argue above bad?
Can
No.
you read?
Nope.
Do we have the synopsis or no?
She had her breast meat and coochie print on blast.
Oh, yeah,
It's that one.
That one.
done.
I
That was
don't
only
know.
good part of the episode.
My biggest fear when we do these is that I'm going to contradict what I said when we
Right.
recorded the episode because it's been like, I don't know, fucking 72 years since I
Right.
watched that.
We're allowed to change our minds.
I actually remember liking Second Sight though because the main plot was kind of meh, but I remember being kind of tickled by the eccentric scientist.
By the titties.
He liked the
It's
coochie
fine.
prints and the breast meats.
That scientist sucked.
So do we want to rank it average?
I mean, I'm pulling for.
I think it was good. I don't think it was as bad as everyone else thinks. Like it was, we came back to that was after
Yeah.
the break, and it wasn't the greatest of episodes.
You think?
And it starts out, yeah. So it just, I think our view might have been shaped a little bit by the events of what had happened.
Sure.
I think it was a better episode than what we initially thought, but it wasn't great.
I'm between good and average on it personally, so I don't.
Let's go bad.
Average. I don't want to say
I would
good.
accept average.
All right, we
Okay.
will submit average for Second Sight. Ooh, we're getting all the top ones. Next up is Sanctuary.
Can you
No.
listen? I love you guys, but my brain capacity is
Emily,
not.
answer Jesse's question.
Sanctuary, a race that has been conquered twice over. One of the conquerors, being the mysterious Dominion, comes to a station seeking
Oh.
aid in a new home. It's the people with the flaky skin.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Yep.
I'm gonna go average.
I would say average.
Yeah, average.
See, it's almost like we planned that one of you would ask about synopsises, so I asked Emily before we started to have them ready
To
to
be
go.
fair, I heard you say she had them, so I need them.
So we're going average for Sanctuary, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
What's that
Rivals,
one?
where Dr.
Oh,
Bashir
fuck that
clearly
one.
tucks it.
He tucks it.
That was a shitty one with the odds because the
Uh-huh.
game screwed up all the.
Yeah, but it had
No, but
Prince
it had
Humperdinck.
Bashir. No, listen, I do not like O'Brien for the most part, but that episode made me like him. Him and Bashir in that episode, whenever they're in an episode together, I hate myself for liking O'Brien and Bashir a little bit more.
Oh, you get a little man crush on him.
Quit
I
It
hating
happens.
also
on
hate you for
O'Brien.
liking Bashir.
So
Quit hating on O'Brien, people.
I'm gonna say that one was good, despite that it's not the best episode in the world, but it certainly didn't suck.
I'm gonna say D. Bad. Less than bad. Hated it.
And
Jesse
Hated
wants the
it.
D, imagine that.
You know what? I agree. That is a D episode. That is definitely a D
Prentice
episode.
gets it. See,
man, I hate to say it, but like as much as I liked the cameo of, like I said, Prince Humperdinck being the Quark's rival, that was like the smaller part of the show. And
right.
if I'm gonna give a D to anything on this list, it's gonna be that one probably.
I'm not gonna. I'm in that camp too.
You're gonna give it the D.
Give
Yes.
it the D.
Keep your D to yourself, guys.
No,
Jeez.
we're sharing the
That
D.
clearly
Everybody gets it.
Bashir in his little gym clothes was not displaying any of at all.
Look, he had a drag show later on that night, and he had to be well tucked.
Oh. I tucked mine. It's fine. Let's move on.
The alternate, Emily.
Odo and his mentor discover a life form similar to Odo. It's when Odo's
Oh.
Bajoran.
Daddy issues.
Yeah, the daddy issues episode.
Daddy issues. I don't know. It's average.
Sister, where do we want to rank this one?
I hated it because it hit too close to home. I hated it.
Hated it.
It is a very 90s thing, and it is a very American thing to have been able to watch in living color. My wife had no idea, and I was like, hated it, and she looked at me like, who in the heck, what are you referencing? I was like, but anyway.
To be fair, she wasn't in the country at the time.
To be fair.
So she wouldn't get the 3 snaps in a Z formation reference
Right.
either.
We're not expecting
No.
her to know that.
No.
So are we going average, bad?
I would
You
say
wanna argue for better.
I would say average.
I'm in agreement. Average for me.
See, me and Prentice are on the same wavelength.
Stop hitting
That
on
is
him.
frightening.
Hey,
He suffered enough,
Prentice.
okay?
I do average.
So we'll slap that one to average.
Wow, is that all it takes these days? I'm new to the dating game, so
Did you make
if I'm
Prentice
hitting on
blush?
Prentice, let me know.
Are you trying to traffic Prentice again?
I've always trying to traffic Prentice.
Traffic
This is
him
not
right
new.
to her
We
apartment.
struck a deal. That's why we're in alignment. She's
Right.
pimping me out. It's okay. She gets part of the proceeds. We cut a deal.
See?
It's perfectly fine now.
Pay me my money,
You
Prentice.
get the good percentage. That's it.
Here's another one that Christopher's going to love. It's Armageddon Game, which is another O'Brien and Bashir episode, and where we learned that in the future, pictures cannot tell you that they're AI generated, but they can tell you what's in the cup.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yep, the harvesters.
Oh no.
I like that. Oh no.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna be honest, I think this is one of the better ones. I'm up in the good territory on this one.
Yeah, it
I'm
wasn't
with you
bad.
guys. I don't fucking remember any of these. So
The aliens with the weird freaky hair and they were fighting and there was
You're gonna have to
the
be more
You have to
specific.
be, yeah, you're gonna have to narrow that down.
Is it the one where they had
the engineered little microbe thingies and Bashir and O'Brien
yeah,
had to
like the
figure out how
chemical
to destroy
warfare
the
and then how to
bioweapon.
destroy it, and then they
There
get
we are.
stuck on the planet together, and Bashir
Keiko's
is
like, he doesn't drink that in the afternoon.
Oh,
And
that's
he
right.
fucking
That's
Oh
does.
right.
yeah, that wasn't a bad one. That
I
was a
would
good
say,
one.
yeah, I would say B, good. It's fine. It's fine. Do we have a it's fine category? Because I would like to have that.
I will do that for season 3, but we'll go with good for this one. How's that for everybody?
It's fine.
Yeah.
Ah, it's Mike's favorite episode, Whispers.
Oh God.
Oh,
You
with
had
the
some
fake
feels on this one, my
O'Brien.
friend.
Did I?
Oh,
Was
This
this
is
the one
one
with fake
the
O'Brien?
replicant
D.
O'Brien sleeping with
D.
Keiko, and you had
Oh
some
my
strong
God.
feels about them
It
allowing
was so
that.
stupid.
D.
It's a
Is there
D.
one worse than D? F. We
I
skip
can't
D.
give it the D.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sensing Universal go for D bad on this one.
no.
Z.
I'm gonna argue for
Oh.
either
You're wrong.
average or good,
Nope.
because this was a better episode that, like, it kept me guessing until the end, and maybe that says something about me, but
It might.
But
That
then
must-
the end is so stupid.
no,
Yes.
One of our
yeah, the
fans has
end.
already voted this very strong, because I will say our listeners are voting on this as well as us. We cannot see their votes right now. I can switch it over and we can see theirs in a minute.
No,
Sir.
We
it's
have a
cheating.
listener who's rated this very strong.
Sir, ma'am, can you step to the podium? We need to talk.
No, we shouldn't see theirs till the end because then we
That's-
don't want it to sway
Yeah.
our votes.
It's not a very strong. Listen, I don't know what the categories, I don't know who chose these, Blake probably, but like, I need your definition of very
Actually,
and strong.
Scott did. I just copied what he did for season 1.
Scott's
So
wrong.
if you would like to get an answer to that question, bitch,
I'll
get a
tell
Ouija
him.
board.
God. Okay. Just look
I'm-
at Christopher's face.
I'm standing by the D on this.
I like the D. Oh,
We know that.
shut up, Christopher.
I'm gonna put this as average because I actually think this one's good also. So I'm gonna split the difference between those who want the D, those who want the B, and we're gonna call it average.
No, how many people think it's bad?
It's
No.
not
Okay, if you
great.
think it's bad, make a
No.
comment in the chat, please.
Which
No,
one are we
I-
talking about? Sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
Whispers.
Whispers with fake O'Brien.
Yeah, fake O'Brien.
I typed NAD. Jesus Christ.
No,
I
you're
think
not.
it's bad. Prentice. Calling Prentice.
Back me up here, Prentice. It kept me guessing
Where's
until the
Prentice?
end, and then it ended like an M. Night Shyamalan movie by completely shitting the bed.
Exactly.
Oh,
Good,
did the
good, good.
trees kill everyone?
Yeah.
Right now, I've got one vote for bad and one vote for good.
You
and
have
I'm
a
voting
B
good.
for Christopher. That's bad. Oh, it's good. Fuck. Christopher, be more specific. Where's Prentice at? We need an adult. It's fine. You know what? Fuck it. Just C.
I'm gonna split the difference and we'll call it C.
Ugh.
It hurts my
Oh,
soul.
fucking hell.
Oh, fucking hell. See, kids, this is why we can't do it live.
Next up is Paradise, which was Emily's favorite episode
Fucking
of season 2.
Alexis. Twat.
Whoa.
God, I hate her.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you
she's
right
an
now.
evil person, but the episode was good.
I am.
I
in,
know.
I agree,
Yeah.
I
in favor of
agree.
this one.
And that's
Can-
what pisses
yeah.
me off. It's a good episode, but I shouldn't say what I would do to her because someone might mistake it for an actual threat against a character or an actress.
I need a synopsis, please. I'm slow.
The
It's the
culty
Colt
white
one.
bitch on the
Planet? She put Cisco in the box in the heat.
Oh, yeah. That was a good episode.
Yeah,
D?
I'm putting this one as a A very strong. Is this
Oh,
Yeah.
as much as you
Yeah.
hated her, this
Oh, yeah.
episode was good.
Yeah, it was. It
And it
pissed me off and I hate
actually
her.
made sense. They didn't let a murder bot go to bed with O'Brien's wife.
Yeah.
Next up is Shadow Play. They
Aw.
find the village of holograms.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, where they played The Sims for 30 years.
That
I
one
would
was
say
sad.
average.
That was
Yeah.
sad. I'm gonna say average. It was still a
Nah.
good episode, but it was really sad.
Yeah, this is like a
Prentice,
C.
where the
I
fuck
think.
were you? We needed you years
He's
ago.
hungry.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was hungry. Sorry. So this episode, I would give it a
No,
B.
no, Prentice. We're not talking about
Ooh,
this episode.
we're up to a B with Prentice.
We're up to a B. You talking about the last episode?
We were
C.
talking about 2 episodes ago. It's fine. We're moving on.
We're moving on. Sorry about that. There you go.
Whispers, I believe, was the point of contention episode that they were wanting.
Mike even asked for your help. Mike never
I
asked
did.
for help.
I reached.
Well, no, I said that's what I said. That one in particular, I heard that C. I gave it an average.
And see, that's where we landed it. So we won.
All right. This wasn't terrible. I didn't hate it. I would say C.
I'd say it was good.
Are we going good for Shadow Play?
I think
Yeah,
I'm fine with
sure.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I hate this episode. Playing God, Jadzia gets an insufferable twat of a trainee.
Arjun.
This one was,
Arjun.
yeah, D.
Yeah.
This is
Yep.
another one that felt
Yeah,
kind of
we're-
dumb and half-assed.
Yeah.
That one's
Where's
getting
my
the B.
extra vote? I need my extra vote.
We don't have extra votes on this one, ma'am.
It is bad. So D definitely for me.
Yeah.
It really was bad.
It really was bad. Yeah.
Green.
Yeah. Oh, there it
Okay.
goes. Profit and
We are
loss.
to profit and loss.
Can you tell us what that is?
Quartzette
Alright.
shows up with some dissident students from Cardassia.
Mm-hmm.
Garrick almost shoots somebody, and I believe, as Christopher said, shot his ex-boyfriend.
He doesn't almost
That
shoot
one wasn't
somebody.
bad.
He
I
shoots
think-
somebody.
Garrick
think that was
murdered somebody and there
It's
were
just
no
a different somebody.
consequences.
Yeah.
I think that was average or good. I wasn't a bad
Yeah.
one.
I thought it was a pretty good episode.
I'd
Good.
say it was good.
Yeah.
So we'll land that one at good.
I mean, romantic quirk is kind of a strong for me personally, but
And now we have Blood Oath, where the Klingons show up.
I
what's
love
higher? What's
Blood
higher
Oath.
than the best?
The episode where if Klingons can understand transgender people, by God, so can you woke little snowflake.
5.
Very strong.
They're
This
going very
was a
strong
great
on that one.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Oh,
Very strong.
All right, Maquis Part 1 and 2.
Ugh.
I would put this in the very strong. It had, because it drove so much of the story. You hate some of the characters, and
Yeah.
I really felt strongly about the ending and what Cisco did. Right, you let the fucking terrorist go,
Right.
but they were good episodes,
Yeah,
and they
I agree.
could have been great, but they weren't. So I would say very strong.
I would
I
say
agree.
B. Good.
yeah,
Could've
I was
been
leaning
better.
towards B personally, but
Right.
A for me.
Oh, and
Mhm.
Prentice broke the vote.
Where were you at, Prentice?
Very good or very strong.
Very strong.
A.
He's on the right side of history on this.
I'm going to go with that one, too. So we're going to put that one as very strong. The Wire.
Oh, that one
Oh.
was good.
S.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's one of the best.
Yeah, that was a really good
Yeah.
one.
No argument?
No
Yeah.
argument there.
Wait, how can you argue with probably the best episode of the season?
I can argue with why the letter is S, but nothing else.
Well, we're not asking you that.
Clearly.
So we have
Ooh,
crossover with
crossover.
Intendant Kira, and we even had our Spicy Aussie on board for this episode.
That was probably
Yeah.
very strong for me.
It's very strong because Ryan was here.
I love the Mirrorverse, and I thought this was a great episode. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say very strong.
Anyone want to argue lower than very strong?
I would say
No.
good. I don't know if I would give it very strong, but I mean, I'm not gonna. Yeah, no, never mind. Just ignore it.
Anybody want to tell Jessi why she's wrong?
Dominatrix Kira.
Thank you.
Very strong it is. Okay.
Let's go all the way back to the beginning. But for the record, I have no idea why it scrambled the order of these. I don't know.
Because that's how Scott did it last time.
Right?
Oh, jackass.
Jackass.
The Circle.
The Circle.
So that was
This
a
is
good
almost
Synopsis.
this is almost not fair because we watched some of these together and did a single episode on them, didn't we?
No, these were all individual
We
episodes.
did these individual. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know that because I pulled the screenshots off YouTube as individual episodes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right, so what was this one?
The Circle was the second episode. It's when they find out the Circle is receiving arms.
Oh,
I thought that was a good one.
that's
But
fine.
it's not to the point where they've taken over the station. So it's like partway through the story.
Yeah, it
So
ends with the
it's-
Bajoran government telling Starfleet to take a hike. They're on their way.
Yeah.
It's a B. It's a good episode. It was a good episode, I think.
It's good. I mean, you got some more world building stuff. You get better understanding that the provisional government is shit and ineffective, and there's still a lot of factions in Bajor that are struggling.
So
Yeah,
we're gonna go with B.
I would give this a B as well. I wouldn't go any higher than that. I think the storytelling of it was good. It ended up falling a little bit flat to me because of some of the chintziness of the rescue mission that they go on to recover Kira, and
Yeah.
but overall,
we'll throw that a B.
Yeah.
The Siege.
Which
Same.
is, yeah, the last half or last third.
Yeah, I agree. It's a B.
Keeping that as B. Invasive Procedures. I believe this is someone shows up and tries to steal Dax's symbiont.
Yes, it is.
I
that
hate
one
this episode.
Thanks, Quark.
Good.
with Varad. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a D for me.
Me too. Anyone want to argue that it's not a D level?
I mean, I say C, but I can see D as well. So D's have it.
Can't
Nicole,
remember
did
anything
you-
redeeming about it.
I thought you said you liked this one, or at least better than us saying it deserves D.
Yeah, I'd say that either B or C would be good. Average or
Really?
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe average.
Let's put it average because I think that kind of flips the script with Nicole having a strong feeling. So we'll put that one as an average under protest.
Hey.
What's that one?
Cardassians. I wasn't on the show at this point. Emily.
Okay, so that's the one with the orphan Cardassians.
Oh, yes.
Where the Cardassian Rugal comes on a station and bites Garrick, and then Garrick and Bashir go on their little mission to prove that was all set up by Gul Dukat to embarrass another Cardassian Gull. It was episode 5. So it was a while ago. It wasn't terrible. I mean,
I'm
it
gonna
wasn't the
average on this
best,
one if I
but
recall.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a very strong episode. I actually thought, like, the idea of orphans left behind from the occupation and like the kind of moral challenges that came up with how the orphan was being raised on the station. I thought it had a lot of really good social commentary to it. I thought it was a good episode, and it was like a buddy cop movie between or bringing Garrick kind of to the forefront for really one of the first times.
yeah.
I
It was
agree. I also say it was a B as well. It did bring us some social commentary that we had a good discussion after that episode. So It's a strong B for me.
I can get behind doing B on that one. B, everybody?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I said A, but yeah, it sounds like I'm outvoted.
Well, I came up from a C and went to B.
Okay.
Which one's that? Oh, Melora. That one
Melora.
sucked.
Did we lose Jessi?
Yeah. Just refilling
Melora
her
was a
wine
weird
glass.
one.
Yeah.
What was that one?
With the
The gravity suit, the woman that could not
Yeah.
operate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I get what they were trying to do, but it was just,
it felt like it missed the mark.
yeah,
Mhm.
like she was kind of unlikable, and I don't think that is what they really wanted to do. And I think part of that is just it was poor writing. So it wasn't a terrible episode, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, they tried to kind of make Bashir and Cisco the voices of reason with that too, the way that, but like you said, the way that they played it did not come across the way that it was intended, I don't think.
Yeah, I agree.
And then the other plot had to do with the guy with the weird mouth that showed up to try to kill Quark for some reason, and it was also not
Because
very,
he owed
very
him
good.
money.
Yeah.
So are we going to call this one bad or average?
Bad.
Either or.
Average.
Yeah, I'd say average. There were no leprechauns in this one, so it's not bad.
Hey, easy.
I'm going to flip the
I
coin
just
and
got
actually say
that.
bad on
I
this.
know what
I'm
I
down on
said.
the side of bad with this one.
Yeah.
Aw.
Rules of
Rules of
Acquisition.
Acquisition.
God, that was a fun one.
That
With,
was a fun
The
episode.
female Ferengi
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
with Pell. I
yes.
just watched it today.
Good.
I actually
Hey,
like this
I think
one.
that was
I
a
think
good
this
one.
is good.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Solid good. Yeah.
Necessary Evil.
Oh, that one was dark, but that was actually pretty good. We got more background on the station and
Odo,
a bit
little
of
bit on
Odo
Kira.
and a
Yeah.
little bit of the Cardassian occupation. I mean, I thought that one was pretty solid.
I think to me, this is a very strong.
We want to go A or B, folks?
I'd go A.
7.
I'm fine with either.
I'd go A.
Prentice, you
Let's
got a
go
strong
A.
opinion on this one?
You know what? For me, it's a B.
B.
I wish I could do a half, but I'm going to come down with the group and go A on this one. Here we go. As much as the ladies loved this one, The Collaborator with Virile Shirtless.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Bird chest.
D. F.
That was a
C.
bad one.
No, it wasn't. It was
Okay,
a
fine,
good
average.
episode.
Average.
I mean, you might have hated that he was like shirtless, but I remember liking it.
It's actually an interesting storyline, and it does bring up the topic of heroes and what who people perceive they are and who they may actually be.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a bad episode. I just didn't like the bird chest.
And this was one where Odo like had the line, "You humanoids, when it comes to emotional attachments, you can never see the obvious." And I liked the episode. I thought it was good. I would give it a B.
I agree with that.
who
A
could
B
be
for me.
my child?
I mean, who doesn't love Lynn?
That
So we want to go
bitch.
B on this one. Good.
Yeah, I'd go with B.
I'd go B.
I wouldn't go any higher than
It's
that.
kind of
but I'd
funny.
go
Somebody
B.
just mentioned how it's about like how looking at your heroes and finding out that they're not the people you think they are, and it just occurred to me that they did the exact same thing in the very first episode of the season with the guy that they rescued from the labor camp. So they repeated that kind of moral as well.
Oh yeah, what was his
with
name?
Lee Nollis.
Lee Nollis.
I just watched that.
He was this
one
big,
today too.
yeah, he was this big like war hero, and they found out that he just kind of like lucked into a situation, and everybody thought he was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have the episode where I did the cover art just for Jessi to show O'Brien's Irish titties because I know how much she loved them.
Wow.
Chest meat.
Was
Is
that
this
Tribunal?
Tribunal. Yeah.
I really liked it.
Oh, I would give this one, the best.
S.
Really? Okay.
S for
Yes.
satisfactory. S makes no fucking sense. I'm not.
I look,
Can be
this
so hard.
one it's such a dichotomy from what we are used to seeing. It makes you think about our own justice system. And it was a really well done episode.
I agree.
Okay.
I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. Like, I definitely think it was one of the best ones of the season.
And I will say this episode had some of our strongest discussion on it, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I'll
So
go
I'm
with
gonna go
S.
S on this one, which Mike, you're more of a gamer person than I am. I understand from reading this site that this is more of like a gaming scale of some kind that they came up with for this type of a chart.
I have no clue.
It's
Does
fucking
not.
stupid. I'm a gamer and I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. S is weird, but we're going with it. Let's
Yeah,
go.
it's odd.
Again, I took it from what Scott had. I actually added in the way Scott had it for season one didn't even have like the best, very strong, good. I added that in just to make it make sense for me.
I don't know if we haven't talked about this, but Scott's not here. So
I need to go back to the old bracket system.
I think I've changed enough for a season that I'm already getting yelled at in private messages. I didn't want to go another step too far.
can we go back where we fight each other with extra votes? I really liked that.
For season 3, okay, let's put it this way. Let's put this to the fans, shall we? Should we do this idiotic goddamn tier list, which is a pain in the ass to make, quite frankly?
We're not weighing in at all on what our personal feelings are yet.
No, we're not. We're not
It's
tipping
all
the
about
scale
the
in the
fans.
least. But should we do this stupid ass thing for season 3? Or should we do the much better, much more creative, much more fun for us bracket?
I like to throw my extra vote at Mike every single time he votes. So
That's not true. You sided with me for a while there,
I
and it was
have.
kind of scary, and
I won't tell anybody this, and you better edit this out. But I sometimes agree with Mike. It's very strange.
I ain't editing
wise people do.
Wow, people do. Wow.
Prentice is like, what the fuck? What did I get myself into?
All right, we have the Gem Hadar, the last episode of the season.
Mm.
Oh, that was very strong, I think.
A plus, plus,
Yeah.
plus, S plus.
Very
S plus.
strong.
That's a great
Very strong.
episode.
The best.
Very strong.
Yeah.
There we go.
Very strong, the best. It was one of the best fucking episodes of the whole season. Fight me. I said it. Who disagrees?
Okay,
I
so
do.
here
I
is
think
our
I think it
list.
was very good, but I don't think it was the best.
I think you're
episode.
very not
I don't
agreeing
think it was
with
in the
me.
same caliber.
If the
as-
X's would
as the
quit
other ones.
fighting,
Wow.
here is our list.
Who invited
Now,
this
again,
guy?
we kicked this out onto our Discord and Facebook. Granted, it was an hour before the show, and asked our listeners to weigh in with their thoughts. So let's click on the average votes and see where this changes and what our listeners voted. So our listeners put in very strong Blood Oath, The Wire, Necessary Evil, and Tribunal.
Okay.
Very strong was Paradise, Maquis 1 and 2, Crossover, The Siege, The Gem Hadar, The Circle, and The Collaborator. Good, they had Armageddon Game, Whispers, Cardassians, Rules of Engagement, or Rules of Acquisition, Shadow Play, Profit and Loss. Those were the good episodes. Average was Second Sight, Sanctuary, The Alternate, Playing God, Invasive Procedures, and Rivals. And the just plain bad, which I think we were there too, was Melora.
Yeah, but they only had one just plain black. I have questions about your decisions, people. But like, are people saying that there was better episodes than Gem Hadar? Who says on this podcast? Who says there were better episodes? Well,
Oh,
Jesus Christ,
Better
I
than
sound
Gem Hadar,
stupid.
yes.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I
Better than
think
Gem
Blood
Hadar.
Oath and The Wire were both better episodes.
Okay.
But Gem Hadar is still like
Up there.
up there. Yeah, it would. I said I wanted it in the best category. So
I just think that it didn't quite get to
Huh.
that upper tier.
Christopher's the only one who doesn't like it, Jessi, is what your question is.
Christopher.
I
You know,
think it
the
was a
link is
very
in
good
Discord, so
episode.
you can
I
go
do
vote
not
yourself
think
and
that it
alter the
was-
numbers.
Yeah, so that is
Deal.
what I will say is this link is actually in our Discord. It is also on our Facebook. Each of our hosts can go out and vote their own individual list. And this is going to be open for a week, which I'll again plug this out there some more. So our listeners can keep voting on here too. So these final rankings may change before this actually comes out.
How many votes do you get? Can I have 12?
Well, that's the Chicago way.
This is
but-
not an Illinois election, Jessi.
Vote early, vote often.
This is not Cook County, Jessi, okay?
Yeah.
And if we do manage to figure out getting the video of this to share within the podcast that will show our going through this process, you may see at the bottom of my screen, we already mentioned Ted Lasso, one sports-themed show. You'll see a lovely ad for Heated Rivalry, which is another way you can trigger those fragile white men in your life. Get them to go watch it.
Can I trigger Christopher? That's all I'm worried.
So that gives us our rankings. We have a little bit of time left. So we did get some questions in from our listeners. So I do want to make sure that we throw these out here. I'm not going to go around and ask everybody to weigh in. If you've got a thought on it, raise your hand, jump in, and we'll go that way. But let's start off with, based on how season 2 ended, where do you think season 3 will go?
War.
War.
We're going
That's
to
exactly
war.
what I thought.
Got it. We're calling Pete Hegseth.
It's going to pop off, I think, for sure.
If we want to win, we're certainly not calling Pete Hegseth.
Oh, my bread's done. I'll be back in a second.
I love there's this TikTok account with this comedian that's doing videos, and anytime Hegseth is mentioned, the character comes on screen drunk with the theme of war, what's it good for? I'm just need to splice that in on here. We sort of did the favorite and least favorite episodes with our rankings, and there's some contention amongst the cast, so they're going to go vote their own way. Jessi's going to try to figure out how to vote multiple times because she thinks she's in Cook County or New Jersey, either one. But let's go to, and this one I will go around on, and it's what are you excited about in season 3? Nicole, what are you excited about for season 3?
I'm excited to just kind of see where it goes with the characters. I feel like they all developed so much this season and we've learned a lot more about everybody. And for me to make a show good, I want to be, if I can care about the characters and their storylines and what's happening, that makes the show much more enjoyable for me. So I feel a lot more attached to the characters after this season. So I'm just really excited to kind of see where they go, how they grow, who does what. Maybe some shipping will happen. Who knows? But I feel like after the last episode of that last season, I feel like things are about to escalate in a good way. And I'm just excited to kind of see where it goes with them.
Jessi, what are you excited about for season 3?
Odo and Kira.
Okay.
And war.
Wow. Yeah, I know, right?
You guys are really pro-war.
Christopher, what are you excited about in season 3?
You know, I'm excited to see how Starfleet reacts to an enemy that really seems to be vastly superior. I'm looking forward to more serialization and more cohesive story, character growth that keeps on growing. So I don't know what's coming. I'm excited to find out, and so I can't wait.
I will say for season 3, I am looking forward to blank showing up with the blank, which has a blank to go to blank.
Damn you.
I think I can get away with that one. But let's check with our other longtime fans and get what they're looking forward to in season 3. Prentice.
We're in it.
That's why I had the blanks.
I'm just looking forward to the reactions of all the newbies. That's what I'm looking forward to in season 3. Point blank.
Emily.
There might be an unnamed episode that I can't wait to see their reactions.
I'm flipping off Emily because I'm really upset still.
That I'm not a newbie and
that
I
she's
know
not a
the
newbie.
shits.
It really upsets my soul.
Well, let's go to someone else that really upsets your soul and get what they're looking forward to in season 3. Mike.
Christopher. Oh.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to us adding that sound effect to the recording that beeps whenever Jessi slams back a glass full of wine.
Rude.
Glug,
I
glug.
drank wine like twice this fucking season. You know what? It's fine.
So what you're saying is that the show is going to sound like Morse code.
Beep beep.
Beep beep.
Oh wait,
motherfucker.
sorry, that was what we called transporters, right? The glip glorp or something.
Pew pews.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking back to Babylon 5 when they looked at Londo and went beep beep.
I don't like any of you right now.
And Nicole's looking forward to shipping. I mean, who knows?
Who's Nicole shipping in season 3?
Odo
Are
and
we shipping Kira? Anybody else?
I know what I'm
No.
shipping in season 3.
Bashir and Garrick.
No. Odo and Kira for sure. That's really all I got. I mean, I hope Cisco finds a lady. Just because he's good looking and he needs to find somebody.
Ooh, I wonder what his wife or girlfriend would look like.
Well, chest meat and coochie print. That's what his girlfriend would look like in his mind.
He's kind of thirsty, so I don't think she has to be that pretty, but like
Prentice's reaction here.
Oh, damn.
Jessi's gonna be running her own version
that
of.
Man is desperate and thirsty. That is hilarious. Continue,
I'm just thinking Jessi's gonna be running her own version of Lowered Expectations for Mad TV on here.
the bar is set very low, kids. So just so we all know.
Man, that's harsh. I can't believe you'd say that about him.
So another one from our listeners is, if you could be trapped in a room for 24 hours with any one DS9 character, none of them is not an option, Jessi. You have to pick one character from the show to be trapped in a room with for 24 hours. Who would it be and why?
She's getting all
Jessi?
hot and bothered over there.
She is.
Odo.
Why?
Oh,
We want the why here.
Oh, we know why.
We
Oh, no,
know
I wanted
why.
to say the why.
But he can do anything you want him to do. Odo.
She
Are
wants
you
the
saying
gooey
you
goodness.
want the goo in all the places?
I want the D.
I think we just broke Christopher.
Christopher, tell me it wouldn't be Odo, because he could make any shape that you wanted to.
It would not be Odo. I want the person who speaks the least. I don't want to talk to anyone. So actually it might be Odo.
So O'Brien?
He just hang out in the bucket and you two would just chill in silence for 24 hours.
Dude, he
Yes.
could be the hottest chick you've ever seen. He doesn't have to be a dude.
But I also want somebody to leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, yeah. He's not going to do that.
I would
So
pick
what
Jet.
you're
I would
saying
pick.
is you either want Morn or you want Odo.
Damn.
Odo.
Morn seems like he has a lot to say, but he never gets to say it.
Yes,
Warren
agreed.
seems sad, and I don't want to fucking coddle to his feelings.
And unless he's bringing the booze, then
You know he is.
He's
I would
also
pick
bringing
Dax.
feelings. Do you want those? I agree
with
with
enough
Nicole.
booze.
I would also like Dax.
I would
Well,
pick Dax.
here comes another ding ding for Jessi and her glass of wine.
So who would Prentice pick?
Fuck you guys.
24 hours on the
Oh,
station
yeah.
with one of them?
Kai win.
Oh, God. No, that's Emily's pick. That's Emily's pick.
She would be hilarious. So I would think Kira would be one. If I had to pick somebody, I think she would be a fun person to hang out with. And man, can I just pick the station itself? I mean, a safe pick. I can't think of anybody else. Everyone else will annoy me at some point. I mean,
thank you.
Odo I could tolerate for a couple hours, but he's the a-hole a little bit, so I don't want that.
But he can change
Let's
into
go.
any shape you want.
But I've already met him as being a male-ish figure, so that's a big turnoff after that.
But what if he walks in and looks like Jazz, but like
ass?
Jad, Zia?
Dax?
I'm not so. What are we talking about?
I'm like,
All
who the
right,
fuck
so-
is Jazz?
I'm like, who's Jazz? What did I miss? No,
Jadzia.
that's a no for me. Next.
Mike, who would you want to be with for 24 hours?
Keep it clean, people. But I think Dax would be fun to hang out with.
Odo.
Yeah, she just seems cool as shit, you
Yeah.
know?
Like to be able to do some gambling, some just hanging out, talking about old stories
Talking
and
old
shit. She's
shit,
probably
drinking.
crazy interesting.
Yeah.
Emily?
Super hot.
Cisco.
I would also pick Cisco too.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna help me learn how to cook because I can't cook for shit. And then he's gonna read me bedtime stories.
He does have a
Like
good
those-
soothing
He
voice.
could teach
Uncle
me how to hit a
Dawson?
curveball.
He should do
I
ASMR.
don't do baseball. No. I don't play sports.
You do short men and fairy tales.
Yeah.
I am honestly
No,
not
you do.
surprised not a single
Rumpelstiltskin.
one of you mentioned, because this does not have to be a main or recurring character. I am surprised none of you mentioned Intendant Kira.
Too
She's a
crazy.
little too intimidating for 24 hours, okay?
Intimidating. She seems goofy to me, but I mean, I just took her as being a very goofy character, so that's why I never took that seriously.
Yeah, I feel like she could like snap on you if you say the wrong thing or don't react the right way, and then you're just dead.
Can I choose the Monkey Man bartender?
Nope.
That's the
Oh,
wrong
Monkey
show.
Wrong
Man
show.
bartender.
R.I.P., sir.
He's not dead.
Well, we never saw him again.
You could also pick Quark because let's be honest, he isn't going to be trapped in a room for 24 hours. He's going to pick the goddamn lock and get your ass out of there.
Well, and let's just dive into that for a second. Quark wouldn't be hard to please.
Tell us more.
Okay.
Just
Where
rub a
is
little
this
ear
going?
and call it a day.
Jesse's willing to ear bang an alien for an hour? 24 hours?
I mean,
You don't
Okay.
have to be trapped in a room and do anything with them.
everybody
We're
has
just
a
talking to
price.
them.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently she's going to
sure
finger
about that?
Quark's ears, so.
To that end, you could choose O'Brien, and I'm pretty sure you'd be able to sit for 24 hours in opposite corners and not speak the entire time, and he'd be fine with it. So
As long as I don't have to see his chest meat, we're fine.
I love O'Brien.
And you love the chest meat?
No, but I love him.
Okay, I just want to clarify that. I just want to make sure we understood. Okay, I see where you stand.
Wow. So this next question goes a little bit with our rankings, but if you could take any one episode from this season, completely erase it from your memory that you never even saw it, it never existed for you, which one would it be? And Nicole, you're already bouncing there, so go ahead.
Bird chest, Burial, that one with I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that ever again. I want to pretend it didn't happen.
So Nicole's blacking
I hate
out
when-
the collaborator.
Yes.
He didn't have enough chest meat? Is that the problem? I mean, what do we...
No, man, he was too scrawny.
He didn't have enough chest meat like O'Brien. I got
Yeah.
it now. Got it.
Also,
Okay,
like he bothers me. Like his like facial structure is weird, and like I just don't like him.
got it. All right.
fine with
Sorry.
Gold Ducat. Big problem with
Oh
Burial.
no, I don't like Gul Dukat either. Those Cardassians are fucking ugly as hell. They can fuck off too.
But I'd take him over Kyr's boyfriend every day of the week.
Yeah, I'd rather see like the
Well, you're
alien butthole faces from
Wait.
B5 again.
Wait, so you would deal with the Snake Man before you deal with Baral?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
we're learning
not
a
a
lot
secret,
about Jessi here.
We are. She likes reptilian men. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of men are reptilian in their actions, Prentice. We're used to it. Not
You
you.
go with snakes, Prentice.
Not you, Prentice. I'm just saying.
I don't even know what that means.
Some men are snakes, and we've dealt with them before. We can handle that. We can't handle a bare-chested Burial.
Why do you think they call me the snake milker, Prentice?
I thought it had to do with activities in college.
Hey, we don't bring those up.
Ew.
So anyway,
Wow. So
Christopher.
me. Wow. Okay.
The Odo and his father figure episode. I
Oh.
You
I just
have to
hate
give us the
that one.
why you want to delete
Why?
that one.
Because
from memory.
why? Because it hits a little bit too damn close to home, and I don't want to deal with it. I would rather, I would rather just ignore my issues and actually healthily deal with them.
Bury him in the sand. Love that about you.
Jesse, you just killed that glass. My God.
There was a
Beep,
sip left.
Damn.
Don't do me. Listen.
Felt like you had the chalice of power. You're like, huh?
it's gonna sound like a tornado siren.
How much is
It's
left in the
okay.
bottle, Jesse?
Fuck you all. It's a big ass glass. It was one sip left. Wow. Prentice,
is in
you
the
know what?
bottle?
I thought we were friends.
We are friends, bro. I'm just looking at
No,
you.
no, we're not friends if you just said something like that.
Tell me, what kind of wine were you drinking tonight, kid? It looks delicious when you just go up and down.
Prosecco.
Prosecco? Got it.
Is it the Kirkland one?
The
Oh.
fig-
Oh,
got it.
Lamarca.
You've got
You
at
get
least a
classy
glass
tonight.
left in
Fancy
there.
one.
You
Yeah,
got
no, I
classy
didn't-
tonight.
I
Is
didn't
the
make it
bottle-
to
Is the bottle dead now? Do you have any more left?
Prentice. Do you have questions?
I have questions. Yes, I do.
I also had this.
Beep 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 beep.
Woo!
Yeah, we're just glad you chose to use a glass tonight.
Ted had some too.
You know
That
what?
helped her.
I hate you.
Although
guys.
I
It's fine.
can't say anything because there have been moments on this podcast where I have literally reached over, grabbed a bottle of alcohol, and just straight shot it because of this
Right.
show.
Prentice, I drink because of you.
Hey, love you.
No, you
too.
drink because of Mike.
I do.
Okay, raise your hand on this podcast if you drink because of Jesse.
Just kidding.
Raise your
I
hand if
drink
you
because
want to
of
drink
Christopher.
because you
Let's be
edit this
clear.
show.
If there's one person on this podcast that I drink because of, it's not anybody but Christopher.
So,
Love you too.
so Jesse,
Not
which
easy.
episode would you delete, by the way?
Christopher's episode.
Wow.
We can't delete other hosts.
We tried that. It didn't go well for us.
Listen, the first ex-husband was
Wow.
always there.
Jesus.
know.
There
I will
a
say-
barista in the house?
Season
Because this just
2?
got dark.
I will say somebody in our Discord brought up, what would happen if John / the Chuckle Nugget was on the show? And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, we're not doing that
God.
again. Love you, John, but no.
What am I missing? What happened? What happened?
Moving on.
Friction.
I've forgotten what I was saying. I would delete all of them. I would like to just have the last episode, move on to season 3, and keep it moving.
I see. Thank you for the background. Cole.
And when Nicole says a bit, it got interesting.
Chuckle Nugget is a previous host on a previous podcast. Not a bad dude, just some weird shit going on. Love him. Love you, John. Moving on.
Got it. All right.
Took certain aspects a little too seriously.
A little bit.
I will say, if I had to choose between him or our little incel wannabe,
Ooh, John all day long.
Yep.
John
for
hands
sure.
down.
All day, every day.
Listen, I've known John for what have we known him for? 20-some years? He's a child. I don't feel like he's that much younger than me, but I feel like he's an infant. And I adore the dude, but I don't love the politics that came with it.
Got it.
And the other one was a friend of Scott's kid wanted to do a podcast and was a film student, and
Oh,
yeah.
God, I loved that kid. Until I didn't.
Yes, until we didn't.
Until he signed into his VPN one too many times, and I wanted to punch his face.
Yes. We always had issues with his audio and everything on the podcast because he was using a VPN for, well, reasons. And we kept having to tell him to turn the virtual condom off.
God, he was
All
like
right,
12
does anybody
too.
else
So
have anything they want to bring up either about season 2 or not movie stuff or about just our show in general?
Just really excited for season 3 and so grateful for all the people who have supported us. Really appreciate you all.
agreed.
And Blake, I do want to listen up. Thank you so much for the technical aspect of this show. And after Scott passed away, I did not know how we're going to continue, but you really stepped in and you've been the MVP for really making sure we're up and running and we got things going. So I'm proud of the work we've been doing the last couple months. So thank you once again for stepping in.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It is. And it's been fun to get back into doing this, especially seeing all of you on a weekly basis. I honestly think this has kind of helped process everything and having this opportunity to do this and be a part of this. And as you've said, the fans we have, the people who have supported us, the group we have, I mean, we have Ryan out there who has been an all-star from Yum Yum Pod, who has not even helped with the show, but checked in on a personal level just to see how those of us are doing. We've got people, James Davis Mann has stepped in. He's helping run our Gray 17 page now to help do that. So there are some absolutely incredible people out there who have stepped in and worked with us and helped us and are being there with us as we go through this. So as much as we rail on some of the people who annoy us, there are so many more of you who we absolutely love having follow this show with us, who we enjoy having you engage with us, sending us comments, sending us messages. I will say for the people we have on our Discord, God, have we found the people that have found their weird and fit right in with all of us.
We love them.
I mean, we have our own little just group of dedicated, warped, degenerate individuals who fit in perfectly with the cast of this show and the comments we make and the derailments we go through on there. I mean, where else can we have an innocent post about pizza become something about Italian sausages and spreading seed other than the Especially the Lies Discord server?
Oh,
Prentice, I think you might have missed that one from the look on your face.
Yeah, he missed the fennel seed in the sausage discussion that got a little out of hand.
Oh.
Yeah, we had a discussion on food get a little spicy.
It's shocking.
And what's worse is I think that discussion wasn't even in the food section of Discord. It was in Christopher's sports chat.
Shocking. First of all, the freak over here. Let's not act like we're just talking about sports. Sausage all day.
I still think we should have went with the fan vote, Christopher, and renamed it to Christopher's Bears and Balls. You know I have the power to do that on the Discord, right?
Yes,
give the people what they want.
Aware.
I do want to just say thank you to everyone that has listened to us and supported us. and been positive and supportive. Like, listen, I absolutely welcome everybody's point of view, whether it's positive or not. And in fact, I especially appreciate the not positive shit because it fuels me to be weirder than I already am. So, but I want to think James has been a positive driving force in the consistency of Babylon 5 and DS9. I was trying to think what we were doing. I want to appreciate everybody that has listened to us, good and bad. We don't, you know what? We're not going to we will chastise you. Let's be clear. We will chastise you for your negative opinions, but we still accept them. So I just want to say thank you for everybody
Most of them.
listening to us.
Well, and realistically, I mean, we all do this because we like it, we have fun, and
Right.
it's a good time, but
Mhm.
also, like, it would be wrong if we didn't continue. It would be
Agreed.
insulting Scott's honor and Scott's memory. And I think the worst thing we could have done was discontinue the podcast. And the fact that we've been able to figure it out and keep going to the best of our abilities, like Blake said earlier, is so important because it also helps us, like you said, Blake, process. But it also helps us, I don't know about you guys, but it helps me feel close to Scott still. You know, it's like
Yeah,
we're
agreed.
still doing something that was so important to him and we're continuing it on. And he would love some of the crazy shit we say. He would hate it because he'd have to edit it, but he would also love it, you know? And I just feel like it's been good for all of us too, because one thing I've learned about grief, it is very hard and it will hit you out of nowhere like a Mack truck. But when you're doing it
Yeah.
alone and you don't talk about it, it's even harder. And the fact that we're all here together doing this, some of us haven't known Scott as long, some of us have. It's been very cathartic in a way to kind of be able to come together still and do this and still have him on our intros and transitions. Like it just feels like he's still here with us. And that's really comforting.
Yep.
Um, you know, when you miss somebody. So I just think that's so important. And it's been so awesome to see the support that we've gotten because I feel like yes, like Jessi, you said earlier, people don't truly know us, but in a parasocial way, people do feel like they're connected to
Sure.
us. And
Agreed.
that's one of the coolest things about what we're doing is that connection, that human connection we have with people. It's like they feel like, oh, I can't wait to hear what Jessi says this week, what kind of crazy shit
Right.
she's gonna say, or I
Right.
can't wait to hear who Nicole's shipping. Like they know, they kind of expect things and like they know what we're gonna do. And so I
Right.
mean, it is a community and it is important and it is, you know, it's helpful to us too to have those people that support us as well.
Right. And we do appreciate every single one of you. I don't want to isolate anybody by saying you don't truly know us, but like just understand that there are people on this podcast and the previous podcast from Babylon 5 that I have absolutely developed relationships with that I would have never known had it not been for that podcast. So I am absolutely willing to let people in and let them get to know us and let them get to experience our true selves. But like, you need to understand that this is a podcast. We get on here, we talk crazy
Mhm.
for an hour or so, and we go on about our daily lives. So I am 100% willing and capable and able to be participating with people getting to know us. But when they speak on things that strike dearly to my heart, it really strikes a nerve a little bit. So I don't mean to have the knee-jerk reaction that I have, but it's like a mama bear. Like,
You-
don't talk about Scott. He's our Scott.
You've had
And
knee-jerk
and
reactions for 20 plus years.
and like, listen, and people know that if they've known me for 20 or more years, that I will go hard for them. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, I would fly out to wherever Blake was and fight somebody if they were not treating him right. Same ish with Christopher. But like, these are my people,
Ish.
and these are people that I've chosen to keep dear to my heart. So when somebody says that we're not tributing, like we're not doing the things that we need to do to hold those people dear to our heart, like that's very personal. So while we joke and I joke about Christopher being my ex-husband and blah 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 blah, I would bury a body for any of these people on this podcast, minus Prentice. So
Prentice catching strays still from Jessi.
It's
She did.
okay. I would never call you to bury a body. It's okay. But thank
No,
you
He's
anyway.
got other people for that.
no one's. Yeah, one of them's not here right now. I'm guessing.
So if
where
I'm
is
looking at
he?
the if I'm looking at the calendar correctly, So we are recording this on the 1st of February. This should be releasing on the 25th of February. And for those of you that are part of our Patreon and Discord, somewhere in, if you're listening to this on the 25th, somewhere in the last 3 weeks, we will have released on Patreon and Discord a 30-minute outtake reel from season 2. I'm again going to frame this as these are the outtakes we can release publicly. You should hear this shit. We can't even put in an outtakes reel, but you're not gonna. Coincidentally, that's why we won't hire someone to edit this show. A, we couldn't afford the therapy, and B, there's shit they don't need to know about us.
Yeah, we can't edit out other people.
Yeah. So this will release on the 25th. Those of you on Patreon and Discord will have had access for the last 3 weeks to the 30-minute outtakes reel from season 2.
I'm sorry.
But as a special for all of you who have stuck with us and put up with us and our shenanigans for season 2, I will be posting the outtakes reel sometime in the next week to our YouTube channel for everybody to enjoy and pick up the outtakes that we have had from season 2.
Sorry.
You're going to have some questions, trust me.
Sorry.
Don't think less of some of us.
Christopher, moving on.
How could they?
You will learn some more about some people's internet histories, algorithms.
I haven't
Prentice.
listened to it yet, so that's exciting.
I'm taking
you
Prentice's
need to go
hard
listen to the
drive as soon
30-minute
as I
clip.
find him.
Christopher learned don't listen to it at work.
Why would you?
Never listen to anything of ours at work. Rule
Ever.
number 1.
Wait, just
Yeah,
Heard
rule of
that
acquisition.
here? Right. Number 732. Don't listen to your fucking friends at work. Like, what?
I needed something.
Okay. Well, I
Your
got
head
something
examined?
for you, Christopher. Just call me.
Okay, I think that wraps up our summary and our recap of season 2. I think we're looking forward to heading into season 3. Some of us have already cheated and watched the first couple episodes. For the rest of the show, The Search Part 1 and 2, go ahead and watch both of those. We will do those as one episode. So The Search Part 1 and 2 will be our official kickoff for season 3. If we stay on time and I don't manage to screw this up, that will be releasing on March 4th. So March 4th, we will be back with season 3, and we will start getting our way through that with all of our usual discussion, shenanigans, weirdness, and hopefully another outtakes reel to share with you at the end of season 3.
Chris will be
I am
back.
Blake, and with me has been
Jessi.
Christopher.
Nicole.
Prentice.
Mike.
And Emily.
And since the sequel is coming, may the Schwartz be with you.
And also with
Can
you.
you do this? Yeah, there it is.